What's going on, everyone? Model Deer Farmer back with you here on Riverbend Springs today. And well, it's the middle of May now. We finished planting, got all that done and taken care of. But now it is on to time to spray. And we got a lot of ground to cover here on the farm. It's looking like we might get some rain later this afternoon. So we need to get going here, getting some spraying done. So we're going to head on out to the field. Well, Jim gave me a ride out to the field here because we were spraying late last night and we decided to just leave the sprayer out here in the field. So we're going to get this thing unfolded and get going here on this field here this morning. It's a little foggy, but we got lots of stuff to do, so we can't be worrying about that. And there we go, we are rolling on auto steer. So you guys remember how 2 episodes ago we spent a lot of money on a farm ramp up, kind of expanding, making some new adjustments? Yeah, well, when we took out that $3 million loan, we are now completely maxed out. So we have no more loan to be able to take out, and we still got a lot of inputs. So yeah, so in between episodes here, I had to buy an auger to pull a load of soybeans out of the bin and sell a load of soybeans to pay for this herbicide, because I spent a little bit more money, and yeah, didn't realize that our loan was completely maxed out. So we had to sell a load of soybeans, so that doesn't leave us with too much crop the rest of the summer to sell, but the rest of it's going to be sold in July because that's when we're going to be getting the best price for it. So we're going to see if we can last till then. We got $22,000 in the bank account, and that's about it right now. I sold off both of our gators too, so we don't have those anymore either. But I guess bad economical decisions lead to bad consequences. But oh well, we'll get under it here. Hopefully the cattle operation starts making some money. Got a pile of eggs that we could sell. We'll be fine. And just like that, this field is wrapped up. So we'll get this folded up and see what our next field is that we need to go to, because I don't remember. That one does not have weeds yet, so we need to head down to this one, hit this kind of bottom swing, come up through here, maybe do some of these fields in the center. We're sitting pretty good right now. We'll head down the hill here into this bottom where we got this field right here. We'll go ahead and get this one knocked out. And there we go, another field of corn knocked out here. Get this thing folded up, head up the hill up there, and get going on our next field. I almost think the bigger fields end up taking less time than the smaller fields, because we're not having to kind of completely move around, get in tight spots, having to worry about that. That field went pretty quick. Some of these fields of soybeans that we just got planted, we are going to have to come back in June and spray those, but that shouldn't be too bad. Only half of our soybean crop we still are going to have to spray. This is probably one of our most odd-shaped fields that we have, and it's mostly due to me plowing 2 random fields together that had kind of a driveway in between them, but I kind of decided to get rid of that. So we kind of got a big area over here, and then a small little area in the center where it connects, and then another bigger area. And the rows do not like being straight between the 2 fields for some reason. So that's fun. But it's always interesting to have some interesting shaped fields. There we go, that field's finished up. We're just going to hop right across here. And you didn't see that, we didn't take any signs. We're going to get going on this field right here, which shouldn't take more than a minute. Well, that field was easy to get knocked out here. Now we're going to head over to these fields over there, and hopefully get all those knocked out. Moving right along here. This field's pretty long, but it's very skinny, so I don't think it's going to take too long. We are going to have to fill up with herbicide here pretty soon. We do have this little field right over to the left of us. We'll see how much of this one we can get done before we got to go get more herbicide. Got section control on here to finish off the last little bit, so we were able to have enough to finish this field. So we're going to get this turned off. We're just going to park this here, leave it here. We're going to go get our tanker to fill this up, because yes, I did lease a tanker. So Jim's going to take us up there, go get that, and bring it down here. Haven't needed this thing in a little while, so it's all the way up the top part of the county. So we'll have to get this thing turned around and drove down there. I did just lease this. I was pulling a little utility trailer behind the pickup, and just stacking a few pallets on there, but I decided that took way too long. So I decided to just lease this, and hopefully this will work for now. And any excess herbicide that we don't need, we'll probably just try and sell off again, because I spent a lot of money on this stuff. And we still got fertilizer to put down, and that costs even more. There we go. We'll get this thing filled up here and get doing our little cornfield here next to us. Then head over to the middle section of our farms and get those knocked out too. Everything that is brown is everything that we have already done. We've done so much already. We still got a decent amount to go though. Just got to do some nice moving around here to get in between the power lines without having to fold this thing up. Well, this field is going to be a quick 2-pass run here, so that's not going to be too bad here. And even down in this half of the field, it squeezes down in just 1 pass. There we go, that field is knocked out. Our next field is going to be over by the dairy farm, or not dairy farm, I keep saying dairy, beef farm. So we'll get that cornfield all knocked out there. Just top off on our way over. Time to race the school bus here. Can we make it? Are we going to be faster in the schools? There we go. Zooming past that thing. He did not stop at the train tracks like he's supposed to. Disobeying the law. Come on, man. Well, here's our field over at the beef farm. The roller's still sitting there because, well, last night I told Jim to just park it there, head home for the night. So we still got a little bit of rolling that we need to do yet, but I want to get this herbicide sprayed down first. There we go, another field knocked out. That one did not take long. We're going to head across the little creek, we'll call it a creek. Over here we got 2 fields to knock out over here. These 2 will definitely not take any time at all, especially this one. This one will be 1 pass and that'll be it. Well, they'll be fast if I don't get stuck on this stupid bush right here that I got stuck on unfolding. There we go. Unfolding the booms, but come on, man. There we go, that field's knocked out. We'll go ahead and get going on this field, field 61. Gonna be another one that should just take 1 pass around the outside and to be finished up with it. Corner of this field gets kind of put off into a peninsula, which is kind of cool. That's gonna knock out that field. We'll head up over halfway up the hill to the farm, get that little field knocked out. We got another field kind of sitting over on the river that's a real small field to get knocked out. Then we just got 2 fields kind of in town to knock out yet, and then we are done with herbicide for the day. And there we go, another field done, folded up, head to the next one. Now this one really won't take any time at all. Literally 1 pass on this field, tiny little field here, right off the edge of the river. And that one's knocked off, time to head into town. Got another field of sorghum here to knock out. Not going to be too bad. And then we got 1 more field of corn in town. I forgot we got 1 field of, I think it's sorghum, right next to the farm place that I forgot to do earlier. Looks like this one's just going to be 1 pass around the outside and then 1 straight down the middle, and that'll knock this one out. There we go. That is it on this sorghum field. We'll head over behind the shop, over the dealership where our last cornfield is. A little bit bigger on this field. We're going to have 2 passes down the center, which is crazy. But we'll go ahead and get this field knocked out. Got 1 more after this, and then we are done spraying herbicide until our soybeans grow and we get back on our other half of soybean crop over in June. There we go. That field's knocked out. We'll go hit our last field of the month, then call it a day in the sprayer. Here we are at our last field of sorghum. Gonna get this thing knocked out and then take the sprayer right over the farm over there on the other side of the creek. Well, everyone, we're getting close to wrapping up this field here, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Also consider subscribing to the channel if you're new, and make sure to hit that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, no matter if it's American farming, farming simulator, or anything that has to do with the model farm toy world. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those down in the comment section below. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. See y'all in the next one.